guys, this is Docm with another Minecraft video, and as you can see on the sign in front of me, today we're gonna talk about music disc mass production here in the game of Minecraft. In my World Tour episode 17, the new World Tour, I showed a record studio design, and some of you guys were asking if I could explain it or do a tutorial. And well guys, there are very many record studio designs out there, and basically everything is evolving around the same principles, and I thought, well, I'd rather give you a deep inside look into the principles, and then you can start to recreate your own designs or try to copy that one. I will offer this world here for download as well, so make sure to check the description so you can have a close look. So first of all, I want to demonstrate the device here. I'm using single player commands to fly, but I'm gonna turn it off now. So okay, so the record studio is set up now. I'm just gonna make sure no new mobs enter the system. I have a little stopper here. That's not an actual part of the design. That is just, for the demonstration now. So let's head up, and we stand here, and we see this is the principle. The skeleton can see us, and he fires arrows, and he hits the area here, or it hits the area here. And when we stand here, you can see the arrows. The maximum distance is around here. Sometimes you get hit, but in really rare cases you can have some blockage here if you want. It's just to explain the principle. So that's how we activate the machine. And now I'd say see it in action and mass produce some records. So we head over here. Don't worry, I will explain everything later. And here we go. Creepers galore, tons of them. Oh, there are even more up there. Let them all out. They have a mob trap hooked up to the system. I did let it run for a while, so we can produce some creepers. And now let's see the thing in action. We get up here, and off we go. So there are, I don't know how many of the creepers in there now. Quite a lot. I was letting the machine run for about 5 minutes or something. After that you reach mob cap with the creepers, and just stand here, and each and every creeper that gets killed drops a record. They're all one-shot killed. They take enough damage by the drop. All the records collect down there beneath that massive pile of creepers there in front of us. You can see it at the moment. It's beneath them. We can harvest them very soon. You could speed up the killing process even more if you introduce more skeletons into the system. But this is a neat way of doing it. This is really overkill, you don't need that many creepers in there. I just wanted to demonstrate the thing at max capacity, and also of personal interest, I wanted to see how long it takes to kill a maximum number of creepers with it, and it's quite a long time, as you can see. You might ask, why do I need so many records? Well, first of all, there's gonna be new songs in the game. You can hear an example in the background now, and also for economy style servers, it's really interesting. Most of the times the records are worth quite a lot of the currency that is used on the server. So if you produce a record studio, build one, and I think that's a legit way of using the game physics. You can produce tons and tons of records and basically be rich. We see the number of creepers is slowly decreasing, but still, a lot of them. I'm really interested how many records we get, but in theory we should get about the maximum number of mobs. You can really take it to the max and wait even longer, 10 minutes, until there's only creepers alive. I think that was about I don't know, yeah, close to maximum cap, around 100. Man, that's taking some time. Yeah, I might speed up the process here. And we're coming close to the end. Yeah, finally. Takes a while. 3, 2, 1, and the last one. Come on. Sometimes, you know, you can move around a bit. There you go. So now we killed hundreds of creepers, and you can easily collect the loot. There you can see it, it's up there, all the records. Gonna go back to fly mode. I hooked up this solution here, and there they drop. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, yeah, all records, music discs, all of them. Later on, yeah, we get more songs, as you hear in the background, and as I said, as currency, yeah, this is one of the old songs, Cat, and the yellow record. So tons of them. This is the demonstration part, and now let's get to the explaining. In the beginning of each and every record studio setup, well, there's a mob system. This here is based on Ethos Labs designs with the water channels, and you can see we have squids in here. And yeah, I hooked up some half slabs on the spawning pads here to prevent spiders from spawning. We can see we have massive loads of squid in here, and for that, you know, a lot of you guys having trouble with that. Roboticost found a solution for that a long time ago, and you can see it in here. Let me hook up a torch. Just beneath the 4-way mob evader we have a little drop, and back there in the drop there's a lava pit, and it's far enough away, you know, so the light doesn't disturb the spawning, and this is a way to get rid of the squid. Pretty simple, you know, signs there to hold it up. The other mobs won't drop in here. So squiddies, get out of my way. Let's get out of here again. This is how you sort out squids and spiders from your system, so it doesn't clog up. So let's remove all the torches from here. Close the door. And let's say it's time to switch to easy, so we get some spawning. Hit F3. You can see there we got a bunch of skellies already, zombies, and we won't get any spiders in here. So this is the way you do it with the half slabs, and we see massive spawn rates. The torches are not influencing the spawn rates here massively. The redstone torches, just, you know, I wanted to have some better visibility in here, and you can see they're already going up the mob evader, and we're gonna go up as well and continue with the explanation. Okay guys, and we're back up, and as you can see, this is where the 4-way mob evader ends. From beneath the mob trap, the mobs come over this channel. I just made it so because yeah, I had no room over there to build the record studio, so I made it over here. This is the stopper I was talking about. You know, I can stop the mob flow here. Pretty simple, they just can't pass through. Up here, this is the chamber for the skeleton. It's based on a simple setup. Now the double pistons retracted, the water can flow over there, and if a skeleton comes by, I just open it, and the skeleton gets pushed over on this little half slab here, and will start to jump. Sometimes they will stop, you know, then you have to kill it. A solution for that would be, and put a new one in, you know, but a solution would be to have a water source block in here. So when you close the thing, another piston opens, lets some water in there, and the skeleton starts to jump. Because when it's in the water, it's floating all the time. So let's see, there's a skeleton coming by. When it's coming, we just open the hatch here. Oh, that was a bit too late, but the creeper will help our cause. There we go. Now we got it. The creeper is caught in there. It will bump around and bump out, but normally it's no problem. So this is how you get your skeleton in here, and now it's jumping and it's ready for the killing process. The other mobs are continuing their way up towards the cooker, and this is what we're gonna talk about next. When I was talking about having a water source block in here, I quickly did some adjustments to demonstrate how the setup would work if you do it like this. Now we have a water block in here. The skeleton would jump up and down because of the water, because it's floating. And if I move up here, you know, it sees me and starts shooting. When I'm standing here, it can't hit me normally, and now we get a really good shooting rate by the skeleton. I adjusted the setup a bit. Now you can see I only have one fence post in here that will stop the creepers from getting in there. And yeah, right here we got some half slabs. It's, you know, to have a clear line of sight. This is the adjustment you could make to the setup. Alright guys, and now we're on top of the machine. This is the cooker setup. There you can see the one-way mob awaiter, or one-wide mob awaiter. They come up here, and then we have a source block on top and pushes the mobs along. Another sign here to create another drop. Make sure, you know, to have at least a 2 or 3 block clearing, so you get no clog up here or clogging, because mobs are bumping into each other. And when you have them in there, you know, the sunlight will take care of business and will annihilate all the zombies and skeletons. I'm sure you know that. You know there's a glass block on top, and that's how you get rid of the other mobs. And you only have creepers in here. Down there, I don't know if you can see it, but on the feet of the creepers, you know, there's a lot of loot from the other mobs that got killed up here. How do you get the stuff out of there now? And the creepers for sure. Well, pretty simple. There's a 3-way piston setup up here. You can do it in different ways. This is just an example. Keep that in mind. So, source block in here, and it's closed off by that sticky piston glass block setup there. On the other side, where the mobs are glitched in now, those here, they are glitched in. Don't know how that happened. Well, it happens. They're glitched in there, and it's closed off by a double piston setup here as well. And we have a water canal or channel. If you look from here, and there you can see the door right here. If I open it now, and you can do that with the vertical wiring going all the way down to that lever you can see down here. Those 2 pistons retract, opening the canal, and this piston also retracts, letting the water out, and it creates a water flow, pushing everything down. And then they arrive right here. When they do arrive right here, the water is held back by the sign, so we got another drop, and you can see the drop here. I marked it out with the sign. So the start of the drop is right on top of this block, and then they drop all the way down, exactly 22 blocks. And then they land on this fence post here with the water source block on top and get carried over in front of our skeleton waiting to shoot. So if you want to weaken them, so they get 1 shot killed, drop them 22 blocks onto a fence post. And I'd say we open the thing and see how the water currents are set up. Let's quickly go up. There you can see it, it opened, and they drop down, and you can see they're taking damage when they drop down. It doesn't matter if they're in one place, you know, each and every creeper takes the damage. And let's set up here and see how the water is now. The source block was in there, it flows out, takes the loot, you know, drops down, we can collect it later, and opens the channel. Just as simple as that. Make sure you know you have the same, you have them synchronized, open and close at the same time. We can close it off now if we want and go down. Now we have the changed setup with the floating skeleton, you know. Not hard to do, I just wanted to demonstrate an alternative. You saw the other principle is working as well. Well, then we just stand there and wait. And the record producing is starting again. Yeah, we got some in here. Oh yeah, I forgot a glass block on top. We need to make sure to hook that up later. And I think we're gonna have another speed sequence to get rid of them. And then I'm gonna show you how the kill chamber is set up. And we're done. As you can see, because I forgot a glass block on top of here, we got some of the records laying around where we don't want them. So make sure glass block here, so they can't get in here. Okay, so this is how the setup works. Next and last step, I'm gonna quickly get into the chamber here and show you how it looks from inside. Alright guys, for the last step of the process of explaining the thing, I did another adjustment here. Now I have another piston in here, to control this water flow. If you open it, you get water in the chamber and the skeletons will start to float. You can all have a close look at the thing. Just download the save file and you can have a close look inside the chamber here and how everything is set up. It's really complicated to get in there and walk around and explain, but the principle is always the same. Get the skeleton in there, put something in there that blocks them from getting too close to each other, put the creeper in the line of sight, get some distance between you and the shooting skeleton, and wait for the records to drop. Yeah guys, sun is setting. That's basically it. Make sure to check out the save file so you can have a close look and try to replicate the setup, or develop your own setups. I would love to see that. Maybe you can post some video responses. That's it for today. I'm out. Bye. Bye.